When I bought my first property, that was the most exciting and nerve-wracking time of my life. But I do feel like my story will help others see what's possible and hopefully inspire others to take action and control their life and get on the path to be financially free. If I feel uncomfortable or I feel fear, that means I'm learning. And that's what I felt when I bought my first property. I did not let fear take control of my actions. My name is Karun Vij. I'm 33 years old. I make $183,000 and I live in Chicago. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term investment. There's some months that you're gonna make a lot of money, there's some months you're gonna break even, and there's some months that you're gonna lose money. In my enterprise, I average around $15,000 per month, and I have a portfolio worth over $3 million. One thing that was instilled in our family was to secure your future by making money. My parents are traditional in a sense. They always had a focus on wanting their kids to have an education and secure a 9-to-5 job. I've always had that in my brain. I've always wanted to be number one. I wanted to win. I wanted to use as much of my time as possible to make as much money as possible that I could. The biggest thing I've splurged on recently is spoiling my baby with new clothes. I do have some credit card debt because of the newborn. There's been a lot of unexpected expenses. However, I also chose not to pay off all of it because I'm using the money to, again, buy more assets. I use my line of credits strictly for the business. I either use them for any upcoming expenses that were not expected, or I use them to buy further assets. I have low monthly expenses because one of the perks that I have in my job is I do get a company car, which covers gas and insurance. The other perk is I get a company phone. I absolutely love debt, but I'll say I only like good debt. You have to use it properly. Good debt is debt that you have a strategy for. Good debt is when you use the debt for the purpose of generating future accelerated profits and income. I have $100,000 cash that I'm using to buy up more property when the price is right. I also have this $100,000 sitting in a high interest savings account, generating over 5% of almost risk-free interest. I do take advantage of my 401k. I save over 10%. However, my long-term strategy is to buy up as much real estate as possible, and that's the strategy I'm executing. I realized that the houses that we were renting were all charged per room. It wasn't a charge for the whole house. The landlord was charging per room. And when I did the math, I realized that by charging per room, you could actually accelerate your gains compared to any other real estate option. I decided to find places that were as close as possible to colleges and universities. We created a one-year co-op because I knew that this would be a great opportunity for me to save and make money during school. And in that time frame, I was able to save about $30,000 to $40,000 in that first year. Most people only do like a year maximum, but I decided to do the second year. That helped me. Like that's what kind of got me that extra savings for the down deposit. The first one that I bought was in Hamilton, Ontario. I chose properties outside of Toronto due to price and familiarity with where I went to school. I got into student rentals because of a few things. Number one, because you can charge per room, that gives you an opportunity to generate higher profits. Number two is steady demand and steady stream of tenants. You're always gonna have demand for that house because colleges and universities don't shut down. And number three, A lot of people think that one of the negatives is the high turnover because of the shorter term leases. That is true, but that is also the opportunity for higher gains because you can now readjust your rent to the current market levels. For me, the strategy is to buy now, hold forever, because when the property is paid off, all of the rent coming in will be 100% profit. Real estate to me is a long-term investment to build generational wealth. You're making equity through appreciation, and you're also accelerating your cash flow. Combining those two together can help you build real sustainable wealth. I was also surprised by the volume of calls. So I had to learn very quickly to set the right expectation with the tenants and also learn to prioritize and balance all the calls coming in and make sure that the emergencies were taken care of first. I had to learn to stay calm and put things into perspective. Otherwise, this business could drive you crazy, right? Moving to Chicago has been an absolute highlight for our lives. We love the city. There's so much to do. We love the food. There's so many things to try. And the opportunity to develop and grow our career here has been phenomenal. Having a newborn has sparked even more motivation and drive in my life. I want to build a life that we love for my family. And I also want to show my daughter that anything in life is possible if you put the work into it. There's always gonna be someone that's got the bigger house, got a better car, smarter than you, but that's your opportunity to learn, right? So now I don't take things personally. I take every scenario, every failure as a potential learning experience.